Good Friday morning, everyone. My name is Josiah Pike, and these are your Fastcast digital headlines for January 9th. Now, in today's top headline, Fairbanks leaders are calling 8 violent crimes over the last 10 weeks coincidental, including 7 shootings that left 4 dead. We asked Fairbanks residents if they agree, and some people living in the Golden Heart City told us they don't necessarily feel any less safe than usual, while others think the prolonged period of extreme sub-zero cold weather has played a role.
I'm an Alaska kid, born and raised, but I've lived and pretty much lived on the street in a lot of cities in the United States. And Fairbanks seems perfectly safe to me.
I get people's concerns, but it just kind of feels like it's just the same amount that happens in Fairbanks.
I think Alaska, and Fairbanks especially, has its own flavor of Alaska man or woman. And I just think that it's seasonal partly.
A November case where someone shot at 2 trucks on the highway remains unsolved, with a $20,000 reward being offered. After this week's dumping of snow in Anchorage, the slopes are, for the most part, still pretty quiet as they continue to wait for more snowfall in order to open up this season. Anchorage's new snow dump only brought Arctic Valley 8 inches of snow. The ski area telling us it's still waiting for at least another foot of snow before it can open up. Now, last year, the lack of snow caused them to push their start date to early February.
Financially that hurts some, right, to not be able to, to miss the first couple of months of ski season and a month and a half of ski season. But fortunately, we've got snow tubing and we've got a strong wedding business that, helps us keep going and, mitigates that impact a little bit. We were able to stay open through the first Saturday in May for skiing and snowboarding, though, so we were able to extend the season by about 3 weeks, which did help make up for some of that.
Right now, with the forecasted snow, the ski area is hoping it can open up next weekend. Finally, in Anchorage, deep snow is forcing wildlife out of their usual habitats and into Anchorage neighborhoods. Fish and Game says until now we haven't had a significant dump of snow this season, but with more on the way, expect to see even more moose around. As the snow gets deeper in the mountains and foothills, they tend to come to town looking for easier travel and food. But it's not just about the snow. These moose are also nutritionally stressed. They're hungry and, yes, a little grouchy.
Take a peek around when you go out to let dogs out in the morning or step out of your front yard. If you do have an encounter with a moose that's aggressive or stressed, please let the Anchorage Fish and Game office know, or the Alaska Wildlife Troopers, so that we can take a look at that animal and evaluate it.
While there have been no reports of aggressive moose so far, it is a possibility. And that's why Fish and Game urges you to be on the lookout and always give them plenty of space. Now, updates on these stories and more can be found on our website, alaskasnewssource.com. Thanks for tuning in this morning, and have a great Friday and great weekend.